This is Jamie, counsel reporting for the Beaver Hockey Wire. It looks like the roster is set for the year, complete with 26 players. It can be found on the Beaver Hockey website or indirectly through Facebook and Twitter. With such a big roster, this means that the team is potentially 4 lines deep. The fight for ice time will be more competitive than ever and leave some wiggle room for injuries. This is also a team full of leaders. Nearly 70% of the team are either upperclassmen or returners. The Beavers are already hard at work to outshine their achievements from last year. That isn't an easy task with a final record of 27, 6, and 2 and a 20-game winning streak that ended with a heartbreaking 7-4 loss in the second round to end their hopes of a national title. However, the team came out of the tournament ranked 6th, which is 1 spot better than they were going into it. They have a tough schedule this year, including a matchup against the 2012 national champions, the University of Delaware. So let's hope the team is up for the challenge. Speaking of the team, let's meet some of the players. I had the chance to interview them and learn a little bit more about them than just their jersey number, hometown, height, and weight. What is the most interesting thing you did over summer?
Over summer, nothing. I just farmed.
Probably Craven Country Jamboree.
I got 5 hole-in-ones in golf this summer.
I never left the state of North Dakota. That's pretty interesting.
Go back home, see all my friends and family.
The most interesting thing I did over the summer was probably when ziplining.
I worked on a farm.
I actually got engaged this past summer, and me and my fiance went on a trip to Colorado. I really got into the Twitter thing and tweeting.
I sat on the pontoon boat every weekend, and it was the best thing ever.
My handle's ndub04, so that's ndub04.
Worked a lot and went to the lake with my old man.
We came down to Wee Fest and had a pretty good time out there.
I probably haven't been tubing since I was about 8 or 9, so I got to do a bunch of that this summer at the lake. It was pretty fun.
Probably, I went to a country music festival in the Detroit Lake, so that was pretty fun. I went down with a couple buddies.
What is your pet peeve?
Oh, I have a lot of them. There's a lot of pet peeves, like leaving garbage behind in the dressing room, not picking up your dishes, not closing doors behind you.
My pet peeve would be helping Nigel Doobie work Twitter because he's as old as a dinosaur, so he doesn't know how to work a computer.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I think I taught him everything he knows on Twitter.
I don't know. I don't really have one.
Mainly when people just repeats themselves over and over. Same thing.
So what's your pet peeve?
When people
Could I pass on that one?
Would have to be being woken up by phone calls in the middle of the night.
I don't have any.
Another one, this came up the other day actually. I don't like when they put the pin in bad spots on the golf courses. Hate it when it's not fair.
I don't really have any.
I absolutely hate bad drivers. I can't stand it. People that tailgate me or drive too slow, rev their engines at stoplights, stuff like that. I strongly dislike that.
Do you have road rage?
Yeah.
Talking class drives me nuts. Like in my anatomy class, there's a chick down that talks the whole entire 2 hours. Drives me nuts.
Cam Magoo, and when he leaves peanut butter all over our apartment. True, he leaves it everywhere. It's in my sock drawers.
Guys who wear their pants too low and think it's cool to have all this swag stuff, but I'm not a fan of it at all. So,
Not doing very well when I'm on the ice. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Probably have to be like messy people.
When I'm at a restaurant or bar and somebody's in there wearing their sunglasses, drives me crazy.
My pet peeve has to be being a rookie and getting pushed to the back of the line when I've been standing here for 20 minutes for this interview.
Red lights when you're driving in traffic, I hate stopping.
Was it worth the wait?
Absolutely.
Having no beef jerky on game day.
Probably when Logan Haroff comes into the apartment, seems to plan it out every day we get groceries.
Bad drivers. They just get in the way all the time.
And when you're not playing hockey, what do you do?
I like watching my good dose of TV. I like movies and playing lacrosse.
Well, I try and be a scholar during the school year, but in the summer I just work and hang out with my friends, I guess.
Well, during the summer, I like to play baseball.
Probably golf. I like to golf a lot.
Are you a good golfer?
Not really, no.
Okay, well, at least you're honest.
I work at the Crisis Center. I've been there for 3 years now. I'm the assistant manager of the recon department in the back part of the shop and basically tell people what to do. And then other than that, I'm just dedicated to being a scholar.
I like to sleep.
During the school year, I try to focus on some schoolwork, try to get in the gym every now and then, and like to hang out with the boys.
Try to stay in shape off the ice, and I like to like the golf, obviously, from my pet peeve there.
I probably play Call of Duty. Play a lot of video games. I'm kind of a loser. So.
Well, besides attending school and getting straight A's and making the dean's list, I like to take naps. I like to go to the gym and work out and just hang out with friends and family.
Ooh, that is for sure. Playing vids a lot. A lot of NHL 12.
I like to play ball, I like to golf, just pretty much any sport.
But, I mean, I'll go shoot some hoops with the boys.
I like to go to the gym and hang out. You know, working on my basketball skills right now.
I like the game, a lot of Call of Duty, but I also like to golf, play baseball.
What is your favorite animal?
I am a penguin guy. They're awkward and waddle, kind of like myself.
Favorite animals are rhinoceros because he's got no mortal enemies. He's just a tank out there. As I like to think of myself as a tank.
Well, I have to go with the beaver then, because you know, beavers are pretty ferocious.
My favorite animal would be the kangaroo because they're pretty cool looking. They're really fast and you know, you just don't see too many of them around.
My favorite animal has to be the honey badger because he goes out there and he just doesn't care. He's out there ripping it up. Doesn't even care.
I'm a pretty big dog guy. Not the little ones. You stay away from those little rat kind of dogs, but the big mean dogs, man animals.
I am very partial to beagle puppies.
A lion. I don't know. I've just always liked them since Lion King.
My favorite animal would have to be a dog. I like most dogs, big dogs, labs.
Pride dogs. I've always had a Maltese, so I like those. And labs, hunting dogs too.
It's got to be the beaver, of course, you know what I mean?
I'd say a squirrel. I mean, I think they're graceful up in the tree when they bounce from branch to branch. They're delicate creatures. I really enjoy them. I like them.
Is that why you chose Minot State?
Yeah, they have great squirrels out in the quad. I mean, it really takes my breath away whenever I see a squirrel.
Maybe a tiger.
Be a zebra, because they're black and white like me, so.
Rhinoceros, because they're interesting.
Like a turtle or something, because they don't really do very much, but they're kind of cute, cuddly.
Probably the lion, king of the jungle. He's a pretty big animal. He's a cool guy.
I have to go with a liger.
Probably have to say maybe a cheetah, just because of the fastest animal on earth, so it's kind of cool how fast they can run and stuff. So
A dog. Probably a wiener dog.
Bear, I guess. A lion, because we watched Animal Cats last year on the bus, and after you saw a lion, you wouldn't want to mess with a lion in the wild.
I'm going to say a person, because people have more fun than anybody.
Probably a howler monkey. I just really like the noise they make. Kind of like whoop, 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 whoop.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Beaver Hockey Wire. For all your news and updates on the Beaver Hockey Club, both on and off the ice, this is Jamie Council signing off.